Hello, welcome to the reading room. It's Seer here. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading, and it's going to be, does your boss talk about you to other bosses or higher ups? Alright, so before we get started, timestamps down below. Take your time, choose your group, and enjoy your reading. Hello, group 1. So let's find out. Let's find out if your bosses are talking to other bosses or higher ups. What exactly is going on? Vanishing mirror. Let's see. What do we have? Round and around. Oh, okay. And success. And for sure, things are looking good. But they are talking about you. It's very positive. It's about your future. It's about where you are right now and what is going on. And it seems like, from what I'm getting, is that there's decisions that need to be made, choices and things need to be let go. So it's almost like they're doing cleanup sort of thing, and they're debating where or what's going to be happening and who goes where. There's something that needs to change, or something is going to be removed because they're receiving the same results all the time, and that's not what they need or want any longer. And so you're part of this. You're part of the change. You're part of what they're talking about, how they want things to move in a different direction. It's almost like if you stay where you're at, how you are and what you're doing, it just doesn't progress in a positive way any longer, kind of thing. For the company, that is, not for yourself, of course. And they're not looking at you in a bad way. I'm going to pull some more cards. Yeah, I'm getting, again, the same message, is that there's a lot of movement or a lot of future steps. So either they're having a lot of projects, a lot of work that's coming up in some ways, but too much. And they need to think about how everything is being handled, how they can handle it. So a lot of decision making, but they definitely know that they got to change things up. Things can't stay the way it is. It's no longer serving them or the company. So they're talking about you and where you fit into all of this and how you can best serve them. And they are chatting. And they're not only chatting to themselves, between themselves in the department, it's even going farther. It's like if there's another division, another branch, another company, I don't know, there seems to be more than one sections, and they kind of like mixing and talking. Yeah, it's sort of being passed down from what I'm getting. Okay, so what are they saying about you, and what exactly is going on? How do you fit into all of this? How you're disappointed, or there's disappointed. Somebody's disappointed. And also, lots have been done, and there's more to do. And how great you are, and how great you are for the future. So it's almost like you've been left behind. Now I'm getting it. You've been left behind, and others have moved on. And why aren't you being pushed ahead? And you would be good for a certain position. So they're talking about placement and job management, and also where you would fit in a better place. They need different results, and right now they see you that either you're not satisfied with your job, or you've been disappointed, or you're wondering, or they're disappointed in you for not taking opportunities to move ahead. I mean, they're disappointed in you for staying still, for not putting the effort in. There's different scenarios, so place the one that fits you. But either way, they see your potential, and they want to benefit from you. And by moving you ahead, and by giving you different responsibilities, it's going to change things up. The results are going to be different. They have faith that you can handle what they give you. Anyway, it's very positive, and yeah, You're not one of the ones that are being let go, put it this way. There may be others, yes. Here it says that abundance is in your grasp. I am grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. But here there's butterflies, and they're just sort of moving upward. So the opportunities are endless. And it's very good for you and very good for them. It's almost like a partnership. They're testing the grounds. They're sort of like saying, hey, they're knocking at your desk or nudging you a bit and saying, hey, are you interested? And if you put your hands out, change is going to come about for sure. It says you are someone that's been there, and you have done great work, and your past performance is definitely being accounted for, and they do notice it, and they notice you. Also, that you need to go for things for the future. You seem to have some type of wisdom that is great for them, some smartness, but also what you've accomplished is great and everything. But really, you got to think about yourself and what you're going to do next, because you're doing something more. It's not going to stay the way it is at all. You are valued, and you also left your mark, your imprint. Like your work accounts for itself. So what's the potential outcome? It looks very good. Well, they're definitely expecting you to do what you got to do. They definitely expect you to bring your experience and bring yourself, and they expect you to carry on and move ahead and move forward. And they feel that you're ready, and if you're not, you're just missing a small step, small education, small knowledge, whatever. It's not a problem. You can handle it, and it can be learned if there's something that you need to learn, or if you need to understand something, knowledge will be there for you, whatever it is. So for them, it's time for you to step up and get going and take the opportunities. And that's what they're talking about. Hello, group 2. So let's find out what's going on. All right. So, oops, the card's jumping already. Oh, okay. Teamwork, doing things for yourself, doing things with others. Oh, yeah. Following the way and learning and taking charge of what you learn and being able to carry through with it. Being successful in what you're taking on, because you're learning, because you're following what needs to be followed. If there's procedures and you're taking them, they are definitely talking about you for sure. They're talking about how you're progressing and how well you're doing. They're listening. They hear you. They've been watching you. So yeah, they also know what you're thinking and what you've been wanting, or what you're talking about. I don't mean in gossip way. I mean, I'm talking about the actual work, like when you're in a meeting, or when you're asked an opinion, or when something is coming up and it's sort of like they need some type of value to what is being said and done. And whenever you speak up, you seem to make a good point or valid point or something like that. So let me see. Oh, cards were jumping. Yes, there's been quite a few times where you have stepped up to the opportunity of being able to say what you want and what you need, and your opinion is valued, or you've brought your opinion to the table and it is now valued, something like that. You definitely didn't shy away from saying what you thought, and you're there, and you're a good person to work with. You're there to support the project, the team, the work, the environment. Yeah, and it could be environmental work too. For some, it might be specific. You went out and beyond what you needed to do, even though you didn't have the experience behind you. You're sure taking it on, and you're definitely feeling the shoes that they expect you to feel. And it almost seems like you've been doing this job for a long time, or that you have experience doing this job. It gets carried through with ease, and they're always satisfied, and they count on you. They have been talking about you. So what have they been saying? It has to do with how good you are. It's a partnership. You work with them, you work well with them. So if you're working in a team, if you're taking on a division, or you're definitely being part of a leadership, or you are a worker that is working with different aspects of the job, it gets combined. Anyway, wherever you are, whatever you're doing is well received, perceived, and also it's time for you to keep doing what you do best. And you're really, they're really seeing the value, and they like your demeanor, and they like the way you are, and you also very serious, but yet you're approachable. They like how sociable you are, and confident, and yeah. So they do talk about you. They talk about you in a very positive way, and you're a good addition to them and to their project, or the work, or the job. And that's what they're talking about. So yeah, you're very wise, and you have this wisdom about you that, even if you're not very old, you definitely have an old soul. You have a wise old soul. So there's things that you just know, and it just comes to you for sure. But sometimes you need to clear your mind. You need to just weigh your options, the positive and the negatives, wonder what's going on and how it's going about. But to do that, you really have to step back and take in what you've accomplished, and what there is to accomplish, and how to go about it. But before you move forward, and before you do anything else, always ask yourself, is it worth it for me? Does it benefit me? What positive outcome will come of this? Is it really worth doing? Ask your questions, and then weigh the pros and cons about it. Because you are a good worker, and you can accomplish great things, but also you can be used because you're eager to go ahead and do things. You're eager to show yourself, prove yourself. So they ask you to stop and think before you move forward, and if it serves you or not, does it benefit you or not. And if so, then move ahead and continue. If not, then maybe ask or think about how would that work for you? What do you need that will benefit you? What can they do for you? What can they add to the package before you go ahead and do things? And it doesn't have to be a legal document, but it could be just like, hey, I'll do this, but can you do this for me? It could be simply like that too, right? It doesn't have to be a big complication, but it definitely has to benefit you in some way. You can't just give everything. So they really feel confident about you, and that's what they're talking about. They're talking about, how good of a worker you are, for sure, and how you're a fast learner. What's the potential outcome in this? Victory. Well, the world opens up to you for sure, and you again have so much that you can do. You're wise, you're smart, you have potential, you're also have this way of knowing, and it's like you have this inner wisdom, and it seems to be you're wiser than your age, if that makes sense. It's like you have more experience than what you actually do. It just comes natural to you. And so because of this, you should celebrate what's coming in, because it's going to be good. There's going to be lots to celebrate. The world's opening up. The abundance is coming in. You're going to have all the opportunities you need. So who you are, stand firm. Don't let anybody use you. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Hello, group 3. Let's find out. I'll place these here. I'm going to turn this one over. Tidy the house. Tidy what you're doing. Tidy up. Yeah, be part of the team, because right now you're not in a place where things are not so good. They have talked about you, but only briefly. The talk will come up later. It will be talked about. It's almost like you have a chance to clean up your papers, clean up your desk. I don't know. It's almost like you got to sort things out and straighten things out and be part of the office of the team or the job or whatever you're into. Make yourself more available. Yeah, it's right now you're sort of like tossed aside, or you put yourself aside, and things are messy around you. Either it's your thoughts or your actual place that you're working in, and they say they're tidying it up because they're on their way. They will be talking about you. They haven't. If they have, they just lightly touched the subject, but not much. But yeah, so let's find out more. Oh yeah. This one too. Okay, so I feel like this is part of this one, and it's yeah, there's a lot to do, and it says you can do it, and you'll do a good job. You know how to turn this around. You know how to clean this up, and so they say, do it. You'll have time, so don't panic. But also here, they don't know where to place you. They really haven't noticed all your skills yet. But they know that they must pay attention to you and find out what you're all about. So they will be talking about you, about who you are, your skills you bring, where to place you, what to do with you, and how to go about having you part of the team. They may be wondering what type of career you're specializing in, because maybe you're doing a job that they don't know if they should keep you there because of your education or continuing education. Also, I feel that there's something about you not fitting in, and how to place you or where to place you. What will they be talking about in the future? Like more specific, I guess, or this is something else. The way it is right now, they're going to be looking at what's fair and how you can serve them. So really, they are not really caring about you particularly as much as they care about how it suits them. And you're sort of new to this, or new to this type of job or career or demand that is expected of you. And for them, they know it, and they know that you're an easy prey for them to take advantage of what they want. They want things to be fair, but at the same time, it is tempting to sort of place you where it best suits them, not necessarily suits you. You're good. You're definitely good, but you're going to be disappointed if you don't pay attention to what's going on around you. So they're going to talk about that. They're going to talk about how they can get away with placing you in filling places that maybe no one else wants to fill, or maybe it's just going to benefit them, and who cares what you think or what you like. So what is this saying? It says, listen to yourself, listen to your heart, listen to what is being guided. It says right here, I open my heart to my guides and trust the wisdom they share with me. So you definitely know something. Like, you're not just sitting there not knowing anything. And it's time for you to pay attention, really pay attention. Pay attention to what you want, how you want to go about it, and decide. Like, is this really what you want? And if so, then how does it serve you? What can you do about it that makes you happier? Because right now, this is what you're looking like. You're in the dark, you're on your own, you're not doing well. You might be stressed, you might have decisions to make, you may be unsettled, and you're definitely, your mind or your work the actual workplace is not clear and not organized. And it says a tidy house, clarity and organization. That is something that you need to do. You need to straighten up everything and have everything so you understand it, it's accessible, and it's very clear in front of you where you're going, what you're doing, and how you're doing your job. And, so you have work to do and straighten out. That's what they're saying. And meanwhile, they're talking about all of this too, or they're going to be. They haven't really noticed you yet. But, yeah, there's something about you that they need to know. And for you, you need to figure it out because you have decisions to make. What are you going to be doing? What's acceptable to you? What you want? Is this what you want? You want to be there? If so, then what are you going to do to up your game, up your skills, up your what opportunities are you going to take? There's quite a few things quite a few questions that need to be asked here. You need to ask yourself. The potential outcome in this, well, it's not so bad, For those who stuck around to the end here, it shows that you definitely have things to celebrate and you're going to find your way. And when you do, you're going to enjoy what you're doing. You're going to enjoy your job. You're going to enjoy all of this. And they are going to notice you. They definitely are going to notice you. The Tower moment changes. So things have to change, and it's coming about, and it's going to rock your world when it comes to you gotta show up and bring it, and it's for your benefit for sure. But you gotta take care of yourself, think about yourself. All right, I'm going to leave it at that.